Hey guys, I'm going to do a movie review. So, I don't know if you guys ever catch this, but back in my generation, I feel old saying that, but in my generation, there has been a lot of what-if superhero movies, a short-lived genre. And what I mean by what-if superhero movies is, what if a person in real life, but in real life, tries to be a superhero? Now, 3 movies actually come to mind. One actually came out in 1990, I think, or 1980. So it predates all these movies, and that is Blank Man, which holds up okay, but the comedy can be a little outdated, I would say. 2, excuse my language, but would be Kick-Ass, which doesn't hold up at all. Let's be honest, I know a lot of people like that movie, but no, that movie to me is overrated. I mean, okay, I liked that movie when it first came out, but I was 12 and I liked anything edgy, but I don't. It's really just an idiot who goes out and say, let's be a superhero, guys. We can get in the papers and it's just, no. But one movie what does come to mind, what I do actually like and I think does hold up, is the movie Defender, what I'll be talking about today. Now, Defendor is interesting out of these 3, because for one, it's not a comedy. Now, it has funny moments, but there's not really, it's not supposed to go for laughs, it's supposed to go to tears. Because it's about a man played by Woody Harrelson named Alfred Popkin, who pretty much has a disability. Now, they don't go into detail what this disability is, but I'm probably guessing it's autism. Now, he thinks he's a superhero, pretty much. And so he runs around with a suit with a D on his chest, and duct tape, and shoe polish, and he pretty much, and shoe polish on his face to make a mask, and a helmet, and he pretty much tries to go fight this guy named, what he calls his Captain Energy, because back when he was, I would say about 9 years old, his mom disappeared on him, and asking his grandfather, who was taking care of him at the time, what happened to my mom, he said he misheard his grandfather saying Captain of Energies took her away because she was a drug addict. So, playing with his comic book mind, he thought, oh, okay, so it has this bad guy named Captain Energy who killed my mother. I'm gonna go be a superhero. And that's the premise, and this is why I like this movie, is because out of all these superhero movies, which Blank Man does come close because his mother died. Well, yeah, his mother died in that movie, but Blank Man goes for more laughs. This goes for straight up drama, and it's a character study, and that's what I love about it. Kat Dennings is in this movie. She does a good job of playing this kind of... Okay, I'm probably going to say something inpolitically correct, but she... Which, by the way, it does get better because the whole point of this movie is Kat Dennings plays a hooker in this movie who pretty much comes like Defendor's Woody Harrelson's character sidekick. Because he saved her from being raped by this cop, this bad cop, basically. And he basically takes her in because he thinks, in his kind of comic book mind, she's kind of like his Robin in a way. You know, he is to her, to him, she is to him as what Robin is to Batman. And I find that so interesting. And the dynamic between these two is so interesting. Because she's so mean to him at first, actually. She doesn't get this whole thing, this whole why does he want to be a superhero thing. But more in time, she develops this kind of, I'm not going to say a loving relationship. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's not like a romantic relationship, is what I'm trying to say. It's more of like a best friend type relationship. But the best thing about this movie is, they play off each other so well in this movie. And that's what I freaking love about it. It's a good movie. Actually, it has a part what always gets to me every time I see this movie, and that is, I forget the actor's name, so I'm sorry, but you see, he has to go to court because he punched out Kat's dad, who's in this movie, because Kat told him he raped her as a child. So what he did is he went to the laundromat where he works, and he ended up just attacking him and following him. And he asked, did I do something wrong because I assaulted this man even though he raped Kat? And the psychologist said, it was wrong what you did, but I can't blame you. That always got to me. Because I think what this movie is doing is, there's no black and white answers. And as for somebody who's trying to be a superhero because of his disability, he has a very black and white way how he looks at the world. A very comic book way, if you will, how he looks at the world. It has a scene in there where he says, if you're a man with a gun in your hand, you're a punk. If you're a man with a gun in your hand with a badge, you're a punk with a badge. That is so interesting, and that's so interesting. And the movie, by the way, I wouldn't say, you may be wondering this, I wouldn't say it has an anti-drug message in this movie. It's more of an anti-drug dealer movie, really. Because he goes after this guy named Captain of Industry, which is pretty much just his kingpin, his, bad guy he needs to go after. Because he thinks he killed his mom. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I would say it is pretty sad. It did actually bring tears to my eyes. You probably already know what it is, but it's a good movie. Check it out. If you like good character studies, please. Now, I'm not going to say it's for everybody, but I think it should be experienced by everybody who wants to know what it's like, for some people with autism. Because, believe it or not, I have autism, and I go to a disability school for adults, and I actually know people like that who do think who are in their own little world, like comic book world, and I would even say I was there at one point. Now, as a kid, I didn't really say there, but it's a pretty interesting movie, to say the least. Now, it is kind of hard to find. It was a small budget movie, but I would say, if you get a chance, check it out. Now, my only really problem with this movie, and it's just small. Like I said, it's a shoe swing budget movie, so it's kind of shot in a B budget way. So yeah, so the pacing of this movie can be a little clunky, but what are you gonna do? It's still a great movie. Check it out. Bye.